Hello, everyone, and welcome to Always Tell Me Dots, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast. I am Marcus, and together with me today, as always, is Magnus. Hello, Magnus.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm getting better. I've unfortunately got a bit of a cold the last few days, but I'm much better today. So that feels really good because I'm, as you know, going to
Yeah.
to Lille tomorrow.
Yes, going to Lille.
Yes.
And that is a little bit what we are going to talk about today, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and have you done something special last week or something since the last
I mean,
episode?
in Star Wars, of course I've tried to play as much as possible with the deck I'm bringing.
So you have
I
decided.
played. I have decided, and I have actually for once I've kept to the deck I've been playing the last few weeks.
Yeah,
So I haven't changed decks.
that's good.
Or actually, of course, I'm always doubt my deck. That's something I always do. So that's
It's a part
bit
of the game,
unfortunate,
kind
I
of, for
guess.
you.
I think so, but
Yeah.
at least I haven't changed the deck. I've been tweaking it and putting in some different sideboard cards and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had a
I've
feeling
kept-
that it's you have decided like quite a long ago, kind of, and I was like, yeah, I think he will go with this one. You always told me that you're not certain, but I had a feeling that you were kind of certain, at least,
Yeah.
tweaking it maybe. So yeah.
So I am bringing my Aiden Lake Country deck to Lille.
Yeah.
And
And,
it's quite fun because it started with there was I don't know the name now, but there was a guy playing it in the Skövde tournament that was a few weeks back,
yeah.
and I really liked. I helped out commentating on that tournament on
Okay.
YouTube, and we did commentate on one of those games that he
Oh, that's fun.
played, and I really liked the deck. I have played quite a lot of Aiden back in like set one, and,
Yeah.
and I really liked the pairing with the Lake Country
Yeah.
base.
You also played her in when we have played Twin Suns a little bit.
Yeah, I played her a lot in Twin Suns.
Yeah, and you always
It's a
get
really good
all
Twin
of us
Suns
against
deck.
you when you play her because she's really annoying.
Yeah, that's the problem when playing Aiden in Twin Suns.
Yeah.
You don't get friends on the
No,
table usually.
especially when she comes out, because so for you who don't know Aiden, so when she is not deployed, she gets to heal one from her base if enemy unit is defeated, right?
Yeah,
And
he has an action
Yeah.
that you can take if an enemy unit has been defeated this phase. You can heal one from your base.
Yeah, and when she deploys, like every enemy unit that is defeated, she heals one from her base. So you as a listener can imagine when you play in Twin Suns, you have 3 opponents, they have a lot of units, and they die all the time. So you just like heal. So even if you are at like 15 damage or something on your base, when we start hitting each other, it just goes down. So
Yep.
It's,
Can go. You can heal a lot.
Really fast.
If you manage to like bring out a few sentinels or something, so that it's harder for your opponents to hit her in Twin Suns.
We
rid of her.
I always try to take her down as soon as possible when you play her.
Yep.
Yeah, but also your deck with Lake, what is it called?
Lake Country.
Lake Country. It's a fucking annoying deck. I haven't played against you playing it, but I have played against some of our friends playing it, and it is really, really annoying to play against. And I bet it's a lot of fun to play. But it's a cool deck.
It's a very controlly deck, of course. I do like I do like control decks. So and for people who doesn't know, the Lake Country is a new base from the latest set. It's 34 health, so that actually does a lot against like the aggro decks in the meta. Unfortunately, you don't get an extra aspect from it. It's a blank base or colorless base, if you want to call it that. So you only go blue cards in the because Aiden is blue.
Yeah.
And I guess like the only card in my deck that gets affected by it is Vigilance, that it's double blue.
Oh yeah.
So otherwise I only have like blue cards.
Yeah. And all the removal cards. All of them.
Yeah, almost all of them. A lot of them at least.
A lot of them at least, yeah. I have been playing Luke green lately, and I really enjoy playing that. It's kind of aggressive, and I could tell that those extra 4 HP on the Lake Country base was making a huge difference actually. So yeah. But so I haven't been playing super much because life has been way too busy for me. But I have been starting to cook up something for our local community. I can't say too much right now, but I have been cooking up a campaign that we will play. It's not like an ordinary league. It's more like a mixture of pen and paper RPG and Star Wars Unlimited. So my thought is that we will play a scenario or a campaign where different things happen in the galaxy, and the battles that appear will be fought by playing Star Wars Unlimited game. So I've been digging into that a little bit. It's been a lot of late
really
nights
looking
now.
forward to this. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and I will try to also make some content around that so I can share with you listeners. Both here on the podcast, but we also on our Instagram. So we'll see. Something will happen. Yeah, but it's a little bit more work.
When it's ready, we'll definitely do an episode on that.
Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely so. But it's been a couple of really late nights for me because I dig into it very deep. It's a lot of fun to make those. And I've been playing pen and paper RPGs for like 40 years or so. So and we play together, and we've been playing for a long time. So I love RPGs, and I really do love Star Wars Unlimited. So I was like, well, why not combine those two interests, kind of, and get like nerdy, like really nerdy. So we'll see.
As I said, I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that everybody will have too high expectations. But I call it season 0. So there will be some like we will try it out and see what happens, because I don't have anything to go for, like use as a template or anything. I just do this out of my head, and since I'm really new to TCG still, it's a little bit like, can I do this? But I will do that, and I will also ask you, and you will check the campaign rules and stuff a little bit.
And we'll all help out. As you said,
sure.
we'll try this out, and then we might change.
And it's an awesome community we have, so it will be fine. All right. Yeah. So we are going to talk about you going to Lille. I am not going. I'm a little bit sad about that, but hey, sometimes it is like that. But you are going. Yeah. So I was thinking, since we have been talking about going to planetary qualifiers before, we talked a little bit how you can, as a player, prepare for that and what you should think about and so on, especially for new players going to their first tournament. I guess that most people going to this tournament in Lille have been at tournaments before because it's a big thing. So, but still there can be some newcomers, and still people might think about going to a PQ and then go to one of these bigger tournaments. So we thought just go through it a little bit, and you're very experienced. So why not talk about it? So when are you going?
Okay. So today, when we're recording on a Thursday, I am going tomorrow.
The 1st of May. It is today.
Yes. So we're flying out 2nd of May. The tournament is like Saturday and Sunday, so the 3rd and the 4th of May. Yeah. So we're flying out tomorrow, and then we're flying home on Monday.
Yep. How many of you?
We're 4 people who are sharing a Airbnb to stay at, and then there are actually two more guys that's flying out with us from our area here.
Nice,
but they're staying at different places.
Okay,
but we're all going together, so we're 6 people flying out tomorrow.
Really,
from my area, so that's going to be really fun. And I mean, that's when I do things like this. The most fun thing about it is probably like hanging out with everyone, having fun like of course playing the game, but also going out to eat and having a beer after, and everything about it. It's just like it's a mini vacation with friends. That's
it's
really
a lot
fun.
of fun,
So,
for sure.
Yeah, it's always more fun if you can go in a group than going alone. For me, at least. I usually don't go alone to things like this. I could maybe do a tournament that I can drive to like over the day.
Yeah.
I would do that alone probably sometimes, but longer trips I really like to go with other people.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I have done.
I went, for instance, to TwitchCon. I went alone the first time. It's a little bit different. You try to. I didn't know anyone, so it's a little bit scary, but it worked fine. But it is more fun if you know someone or get to know someone there and share a burger and a beer and whatever. So for sure. Yeah. So how big is this? So first of all, this is a regional qualifier, right?
Yes, this is a regional.
Yeah. Should we go through the official tournaments, like what are called and just how big they are?
Yeah, we can do that. So for right now, this is still season 0, so I guess they are trying out how they want like tournament structure to be right now. But as we've said before, we've been to planetary qualifier. That's like the lowest competitive tier right now.
Yeah.
And they explain this as a store level event that are held each set, and the winners earn an invitation to day 2 of the Galactic Championship.
Yeah. And that is one of those that we went to in Copenhagen. You can listen to that in episode 4 and 5 in the podcast about that.
Yeah. So they have 3 types of competitive tournaments. The second one is the sector qualifiers. We've already had like 2 in Europe and 2 in America this set. So that was Milano and Liverpool in Europe.
Yep.
And they called these medium-sized competitive tier events. And they're kind of vague right now because as I said, I think they're trying out and like seeing how the reception is by the players, and before they like decide exactly how often and how big the events are supposed to be.
Yeah.
So they say that they periodically occur throughout the OP season. So that's kind of vague. But the top placing players do earn an invitation to day 2 of the Galactic Championship. Yeah. I think it was all top 8 got an invitation there.
Okay.
I think.
In the sector one.
In the sector. And the regionals is supposed to be a large scale event.
Yeah. And that is what you're going to now in Lille.
Yeah, and these are supposed to happen a small number of time each year.
All right.
So this time we only have 1 in Europe and 1 in America, I think. So this is Lille, and I'm not sure where the US based one is.
No.
Okay. It's soon as well.
Yeah. And then the biggest one is the Galactic.
The Galactic Championship is where every the biggest and the best event in competitive play circuits, according to Fansfight.
And that is in Las Vegas this year, right? The same weekend as the Poker World Championship is.
Yeah,
if I remember it right.
Not same weekend.
Okay, the same week.
I'm not sure, but it's in July.
Yeah,
I can't the date because I'm
Vegas in July.
I'm not going myself, but
yeah. So if you think about the sizes of these different ones, so PQs, the planetary qualifiers, they're like the store sized ones, and the ones I have seen at least, they are between 30 and 50 people kind of playing. And then in the sector one, the one we had in Milan and Liverpool in Europe, they were about, what was that, 300 players kind of, something like that.
I mean, I think 300, 400, 500.
Yeah.
I think the latest one in USA was almost 600 players.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that is the size of those.
I think they had like a top number of 1,000 players in those.
That many.
I'm not sure, but I think that was the cap.
But if you think about in Europe, it's about we were about 300 to 400, or was it even more?
400 plus.
400 plus. Okay, yeah. And then now in the regional qualifier that you are going to in Lille, how many are there?
So I've heard numbers, rumors. I'm not sure how accurate they are, but that there are over 800 sold tickets to this event.
That's a lot of people.
I can see because I already gotten my melee invite, so I'm registered in the tournament.
Yeah.
As of right now, there are 518 players registered.
Yeah.
And the cap for this tournament is 2,000 players.
2,000.
Wow. We're not getting close to that. Of
no,
course,
but that's a lot.
If we get over 800, that would be amazing. Actually.
Yeah, for sure. That's a lot of people, though. 800 people. Yeah. It must be a huge venue who can take that.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome, I think.
Yeah.
I hope the numbers are right, that there's gonna be over 800. That would be really fun.
That would be cool. For sure.
But it's gonna be really hard to make it to day 2 in this event because of all those people.
Yeah, but you'll do it. I'm confident.
Yeah. So they're gonna do up to 650 players, I think. It's only gonna be 8 Swiss rounds. And then going into a top 64 on day 2.
Okay.
So it's only the top 64 players that goes to day 2.
And what you said, up to 650?
Yeah, so if we get over 650, it's going to be 9 rounds instead.
Yeah.
But it's still only top 64.
What? Oh, wow.
So it's going to be really hard.
That is really, yeah, that's a lot of...
Yeah,
that's a lot of really hard competition there.
Yeah, it's. I've tried to do some of these like Swiss tournament calculators, and if I get it correct, I think not all players that goes like 7 wins and 2 losses are going to make the top cut, or not all of them are going to make the top 64. So you have to at least go 7 and 2 to have a chance to go into day 2. So that's
if you really want to go, you should win 8.
Yeah. And then you're guaranteed, of course. Or if you might, maybe if you like win 7, 1 loss and 1 draw, that would probably work as well.
That is rough.
So, it's very rough. So if we're going into my expectations, I don't have any expectations to go to make it to day 2.
Yeah,
I would of course love to make it to day 2. It would be really, really fun to do.
Yeah. I mean, it must be the goal, even if the odds are low. It must be the goal to go there and try.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. It's my goal. My goal is actually to make it to day 2. I don't think it's if I have like a bit of luck with my pairings, and I don't like have super bad luck with my draws in games. I do think I both have a deck that can make it to day 2.
Yeah,
and I've played it enough, and I think I'm at the level that I have a chance at least to go to day 2. If I have like the luck you need to in a tournament like this. I think I have the, but I could also go like 0 and 3 and drop and then play a lot of side events. But I guess that's the big and the fun and like thing about events like this. It's gonna be so many people and so few that makes it to day 2. So I mean, day 2, the Sunday, will mostly be a lot of side events going on.
So that was also a question that I had, like, since there's only 64 people out of those 800, if we, let's say that goes to day 2 and actually continuing the tournament. So what are all of you other people doing, like 750 people or 740 people? What are you doing?
So we're going to play side events, and side events is like, it can be any type of event, but we've got a small list already. got from them, I think.
Oh, okay.
And there is gonna be like Twin Suns pods. There's gonna be sealed events. There's gonna be
nice.
if you still want to play Premier, there's gonna be small Premier tournaments to play.
Okay.
And of course you're gonna be able to sign up for drafts. And I'm not 100% sure about how drafts will work, but usually when I've been to events like this in other TCGs, the drafts usually work like you sign up on a list that you want to draft, and when there is 8 players that want to play, they start a draft pod. So with this many players, there is probably going to be like drafts going,
of course,
like all the time.
Yeah.
And then the big point about doing all of these side events is that you earn prize wall tickets for playing in these events. And these prize wall tickets is like a specific currency you can use to buy stuff from the prize wall. And the prize wall can have playmats and promo cards and deck boxes and all of these. Like,
because I've seen something
like T-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, because I've seen something about that, and I never really understood what that was—the prize wall thing and the collecting of points and stuff. But okay, so that's like a currency you can earn from playing side events and stuff, and then you can buy like playmats and other things.
And you usually get like a fixed number just to
be there,
join a side event.
All right,
and then if you win. The more you win, the more tickets you get in the events.
Yeah.
So a lot of players just try to do a lot of side events to get a lot of tickets and buy all the stuff they want from the prize wall.
Yeah.
So that's the goal, actually, of a lot of players. I think there'll probably be a few players that don't really want to play in the main event that much. They
just come there for the side events.
Just for side events and
makes sense.
Such and that.
Yeah.
So that's a fun thing as well.
Can you tell me, since you said if I go 3-0 and then drop, why drop there? Is it is it to go to do side events, or is it not fun to just continue playing all your Swiss games, or is there a point of dropping out, or how are you thinking?
Yeah, well, in a tournament like this where only top 64 goes to day 2, I don't know how the pricing is, if there is any pricing below top 64. I think there is some pricing there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, so if you lose 3 games, you're not able to go top 64. So that's why probably most people will probably drop the tournament when they lose their 3rd game and play side events instead, because they can't. Of course, they can try to get as high placement as possible. Keep playing, and that's okay. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do. I haven't decided to just like, okay, if I lose 3, I'll definitely drop. It depends on how I'm feeling. If I want to play more games, it would be fun to try. If there is 9 rounds, I mean, I would be really happy and like satisfied with my run if I do get 6 wins and 3 losses.
Yeah.
That would be amazing in a big tournament like this. So I might keep playing even if I lose more than 2 games.
Yeah.
It depends on how you feel on the day.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you want to play something else or if you want to keep playing.
Yeah.
So it's up to each player, I think. But you can know at least that if you lose 3 games, you're not able to go to day 2 anymore. So
all right. That's the logic behind that.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. All right. So what are you... have you talked a little bit about with other people that going also? Is there anything special you're looking forward to, or like in the side events and so on?
And I think that's, for me, that's also like how I'm feeling on the days of the side events. I am bringing a Twin Suns deck, so I really, really would like to do a bit of Twin Suns side events at least.
Yeah.
Because both you and me, we really like the format. It's really super fun. So it would be fun to just play with like 3 random guys.
Yeah.
Other than playing, as we are all usually like the same people when we play locally, Twin Suns. So it would be fun to just see what does other groups of players do in like which leaders do they choose and such. So I definitely want to, if of course my priority and if my goal is to do well in the tournament. So if I get to choose, I would like to play the main tournament the whole time, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and win.
But then my expectation is not to be able to do that. It's the goal, but I think it's good to be kind of realistic there. It takes a lot of both skill and luck to get to like the top 8 in a tournament like this.
Yeah, for sure.
And even if I actually think I could have what it takes to do it, I still think it's kind of a low chance of me going that far in the tournament like this. So
I mean, 64 players, there are 64 players in Europe that are really good. Like, there are more than 64 players that are really good. That totally has the ability to go to those top 64. So there will be some players that are good enough to get there that will not get there because there are more players that are capable of it, of course. So I think that is a good expectation on yourself, that you go there to actually win the tournament and you really want to, but you all keep your expectations in reaching those top 64 like in a good level, so not getting too disappointed not getting there.
I'll be super happy if I make it to day 2, but if I don't, I'm well aware of like that's the most it's probably what's going to happen.
And for
sure. That's not a bad thing.
No,
it's like as long as I feel like I've done what I played at my best and I've done as much as I can.
Yeah, then
that's usually how I try to see it in tournaments. Then I cannot affect how the pairings and
no, of course,
if I have a bit of bad luck or how
there is some kind of randomness in it for sure.
Say it. So I'll just do my best and we'll see.
Yeah,
of course. There is.
And after all,
this time as well,
after all, it's a game. And you go there with your friends and having, as you said, a small vacation, and it will be great to just have food. And I mean, it's France also; they have nice wine there, and they have really nice food, and so I think you will have a great time, no matter how it goes in the tournament.
Meet people and play a lot of games.
Yeah.
And I should say as well, I'm bringing the Iden Lake Country deck. It's probably not one of the top decks in the meta right now.
No,
I feel it thing I like about the deck is that I haven't had a matchup yet that I didn't feel like I have the ability to win.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask you that if you have any pair ups that you really don't want, or if there's a pair up that is a little bit better for you.
I think I like other hard control decks is always hard when you play like the control mirror matchups, because they're hard to play and they're kind of a lot about luck who gets the important cards first and like that. So I think that's my hardest matchups.
All right,
probably.
Yeah,
and then of course Sabine and Quinlan, who are top decks in the meta right now. They are tough matchups for the deck, but it's definitely winnable, and that's what I like. I can definitely win against both those decks. I haven't played enough games to say who, like, if it's 50-50 or if it's 45-55 to.
But do you feel the Iden deck is better towards Sabine? Because I know you don't like Sabine very much. Do you think the Iden deck is handling Sabine better than your Palpatine deck did?
Oh yeah, for sure. Palpatine is not good against.
No, he's too slow, right?
Yeah, and the Lake Country does help a lot against like the aggros.
The
like
4
Sabine,
extra.
because you
sure.
get a few more, like you have like one more round to stabilize than you have if you only have 30.
Yeah.
And that does a lot actually. So
All right.
I wouldn't say it's a favored matchup for Iden. I wouldn't say that, but I definitely can win the matchup.
Yeah, that's good.
Especially after sideboarding as well. I do have quite a good, I think.
Yeah.
But and not favored again, but maybe if I'm lucky, I have like a 50-50 to win against Sabine sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that sounds
I'm
good.
hoping with bringing a bit of a more not as played deck that I could also maybe like catch some people off guard. They might not have played against Iden Lake Country.
Since it's not very high up in the meta, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I am rooting for you for sure.
Yeah. As I said, I'm not expecting much, but I do. My goal is to make it to day 2.
Yeah.
It would be super fun to do that, but I'm not. You shouldn't hold your breath to see me on the stream.
No, but we're hoping for it.
We'll see. We'll see.
And also, if people, I mean, a lot of listeners don't know how you look like, but if you see Magnus, they just go there and fanboying a little bit, like, oh yeah, it's you having the Always Tell Me the Odds podcast.
Yeah, that would be fun if someone. I don't know how you should be able to recognize me.
Recognize your voice.
If you recognize my voice, please come up and say hi. That would be super fun.
They have those on. If you go to like DreamHack or TwitchCon or something like that, when you're a content creator, they have those like streamer meetups or whatever. Then you sit at the podium or whatever, and then the community comes and say hi to you, take a picture, and it's like maybe you can have one of those. You can have a chair, sit, and have a microphone, and it's like, oh no, I'm sitting here. You can come here and take a selfie with me.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're big enough for that. I think it would be a very small line.
I am kind of glad we are not that big yet, though. Yeah. Oh well.
But all in all, it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be super fun to go.
Yeah, I'm glad for you that you are going there, because I think you will have an amazing time for sure. And I know you are going there with some really nice people, so I bet you will have a really good time eating snails and smelly cheese for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, so we will keep this a little bit shorter, so we will save your voice, and so you can go back to resting a little bit, so you are fit to fight to travel tomorrow. So we'll wrap it up a little bit. But I do have so we're going into this Always Tell Me the Odds segment of the podcast that we always have. So I actually have a question for you today that you will guess the odds for. And today I actually have a Star Wars related one. So so there was a hunt where Chewbacca and Han Solo got away with a Millennium Falcon, and when they were doing that, they were forced to take a shortcut through the Maw, and then they met up with an Imperial ship, if I remember it right, but thanks to the Falcon's speed, they could escape through hyperspace, and they went through something called the Kessel Run. I bet you know what that is. Better.
Oh yeah.
And they did that in under 12 seconds, and. Under 12 parsecs. So my question is, what is the odds that Han Solo and Chewbacca actually make the Kessel Run under 12 parsecs? As they say.
I have no idea. But in like, I mean, I know they're talking about that a lot, and it's like very hard to do. And it's a strange thing because no one knows like what. Yeah, it's a strange thing in the Star Wars universe, that the Kessel Run and doing it in less than 12 parsecs. It's like it doesn't make sense, but it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say like 1 in 10,000 maybe.
Okay, why doesn't it make sense?
I'm not sure. I don't remember especially, but it's not really like parsec is not a like a time, but it's more of I'm not sure. It's something that doesn't make sense about that. That one.
Yeah. I mean, you are right because in the Star Wars universe, the odds for him actually or them actually making it is 100%. since they actually did it. So
of course.
So, yeah. But when you think about it, like logically, like you did now, it's like, yeah, the odds are very small, and they also say that. It's like the odds are very small, so they go there. But you are actually right, because in reality it is absolute nonsense, because parsecs, that is actually a measure of distance and not time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, so that is one of those logical misses they have in Star Wars, that they say, oh, they made it under 12 parsecs. And I was like, what? It's not a time measurement. It's a
no, but I
distance.
guess so it's something like when you go through hyperspace, you can choose different.
Yeah.
So normally the route to Kessel is like longer distance, but they somehow make the distance smaller or something
because
like
it
that.
goes through hyperspace.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's weird.
Yeah.
But it was just
super weird.
because I saw that it was like one of those like big things that very known misses they do in the logic. Because the parsec is actually it's like in real life that is a measurement of distance.
Yeah, okay.
So I thought that's like, yeah, let's try that. And I know you're a big Star Wars fan, so I was like, maybe you know this one. And you did know it, because you were thinking about it, and you actually said it in the end there in the reasoning that it's I think it's a distance like it. So that was a good one.
Yeah.
All right. So we say good luck to you, Magnus. Have a nice trip tomorrow, and do well in the tournament and have fun down there. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. It's a little bit shorter this time. It's actually about this time, like this long episode was actually what we were aiming for like when we started with a podcast, and we never managed to do that. It's like too much talking. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. As you know by now, we have a Discord that you can join, and the link for that is in the description. We also have a YouTube channel where all the episode goes up, and you can also hopefully, or you can also follow us on Instagram, because we have an Instagram account now also. We'll try to put up some pictures there now and then. Maybe Magnus have time and the head with him to take some photos from Lille, so we can put up there.
Yeah,
no promise, but
try.
but we'll do that. But the link for the YouTube and Instagram is in the show notes. And you can also find both me and Magnus at the Swedish Discord and the international Discord. And there we go by Dragonfly and Halloween. So thank you so much for listening this time. And we talk to you again in a week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.